2022 Desert Sky League Most Valuable Player and Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Silverado's Richard Reed, MVP, posthumously. Darren Gandy, Offense. Victor Valley's Dereith Browning, Defense. 2 days after Silverado linebacker running back Richard Reed was murdered, DSL coaches voted on the All-League team and broke from tradition by adding Most Valuable Player to postseason honors. Before, there had been only Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Richard Reed had been DSL Defensive Player of the year before. In his senior season, the soft-spoken, inspirational leader of the Hawks repeated his outstanding defensive play while adding significant contributions as a running back in leading Coach Kieran Jones' Hawks to victories in every league game and their back-to-back league championship. When asked in a preseason interview with what superhero he might identify, his straight-faced reply concealed his irrepressible sense of humor.
I'll be the Joker because I'm just one of the bad guys on the field. Nobody really likes me as in other schools.
DSL coaches, the All-League Selection Committee, voted 9 Richard Reed teammates into All-League First Team recognition. Darren Gandy's selection as Offensive Player of the Year fulfills 3 of his preseason goals, repeating as DSL champions, and
at least 1,000 yards this year. I want to win Offensive Player of the Year and really just shock everybody.
It comes as a shock to nobody that the Hawks' Frederick Hunter, 3, is a repeat first-team All-League selection. The 6'1", 175-pound running back carried for 1,076 yards and scored 18 touchdowns, 16 rushing, 1 receiving, 1 on a kickoff return. Gabriel Campos, quarterback the Hawks offense, his All-League selection gives Silverado's entire backfield first-team recognition. Gabe Campos threw for 1,048 yards, 13 touchdown passes, and scored 3 times running the ball. Versatile Joshua Washington, 4, shown here on defense, is a first-team All-League wide receiver. Josh Washington is a 6'3", 190-pound senior whose 13 receptions included 6 touchdowns. Center Malachi Lopez, 60, a 5'10", 280-pound junior, is the only Silverado underclassman named first team. Malachi Lopez realizes an offensive lineman's dream coming up with the ball here, this play, in the Silverado victory over Desert Sky League contender Granite Hills. 4 Hawks receive first-team All-League honors. On defense, Andrew Almos, 27, led the team in tackles, averaging 10 tackles a game. The 6'2", 220-pound senior is a repeat All-League selection at linebacker. Ivan Lewis, 8, is a 3-time first-team All-League linebacker. Ivan Lewis lists at 5'7", 190. He averaged 9 tackles a game his senior year. Anthony Lopez, 56, led the Hawks in sacks. The 6', 190-pound defensive tackle is first-team All-League. Anthony Lopez recorded 10 solo tackles his senior season. Isaiah Cosby, 11, completes the list of 10 Desert Sky League champion Hawks named first team. The 6', 160-pound senior led the team with 25 solo tackles. The Hawks have Rudy Romero, 62, the 5'8", 290-pound junior defensive lineman, and senior lineman Jesus Maya received second-team recognition, Rudy Romero joining Malachi Lopez as building blocks for Coach Kieran Jones to seek a league championship three-peat in 2023. Defensive Player of the Year Dereith Browning was a first-team All-League defensive lineman his junior season. The 6'3", 287-pound defensive tackle was the Jackrabbits' tackles leader, averaging 6 tackles a game. Linebacker Hezekiah Jenkins is first team All-League. Hezekiah Jenkins, a 5'10", 140-pound junior, led the Jackrabbits in solo tackles with 25 and pass interceptions with 3. Jashawn Stone, 58, a 6'1", 240-pound sophomore defensive tackle, is the Jackrabbits' third first-team selection. First-year Rabbits coach Robert Kistner sees senior co-captain and defensive standout Robert Vasquez, fellow senior co-captain Nathan Silvas, senior wide receiver running back Elliott Beasley, seniors Joe Gonzalez and Max Jenkins, and junior wide receiver defensive back Deshaun Clark receive second-team recognition. Adelanto's world-class running back Keith Reynolds is first-team All-League a third year in a row. The University of Washington commit ran up over 1,100 yards in total offense and scored 14 touchdowns. Also, first-team Saints senior offensive tackle John Downing, 64, and junior offensive guard Zayshawn Henderson, 52. On defense, Napoleon Tofa, 10, 5'10", 230-pound senior middle linebacker, senior defensive back Isaiah Johnson, 13, and junior defensive end Marquise Pacheco, 14. Senior lineman Theodore Coit, 53, junior wide receiver linebacker Shakir Collins, 19, sophomore Tillon Johnson, 1, and senior co-captains running back Markai Shaw, 3, and tight end defensive end Sion Tuinatoa, 8, are named second team All-Desert Sky League. Granite Hills places a trio of skilled position players first team All-DSL led by Theodore Wiggins, 11. The 6'4", 185-pound wide receiver was first team All-League last year. Theodore Wiggins led Cougars receivers this year in pass receiving yardage, 837 yards on 38 receptions and 12 touchdowns. Fellow senior wide receiver Malik Kinney caught 46 of quarterback Byron Rivas' passes, 10 for touchdowns. The 6', 180-pound Malik Kinney caught 31 scoring passes in his Cougars career. Running back Cameron Smith completes the trio of Cougars skill position players receiving first-team All-League honors. The 5'9", 150-pound Cameron Smith accumulated 1,822 all-purpose yards and scored a team-high 19 touchdowns. 4-year starting center Matt El Ali is a fourth Granite Hills first-team selection.
Matthew Ali.
Matt El Ali leaves behind a very high standard for future Cougars offensive linemen and team leaders to measure up to. Well, what's your role?
Just to be a leader and to be a role model for everybody and to work hard.
2 Cougars are first team All-League. On defense, Angel Carcamo, 5'10", 195, middle linebacker, 25 solo tackles, 3 sacks, his senior season. Defensive end, Chris Long, 21, 6', 215, 36 solo tackles, and 9 sacks his junior season. 7 Cougars are named to the All-DSL second team, led by quarterback Byron Rivas, who threw for 1,934 yards and 26 touchdowns his senior year. Junior wide receiver defensive back Josh Soto, 10, with the interception here, and junior running back linebacker Joseph Soto, 22, second team All-League. Senior wide receiver Devin Smith, number 4, junior tight end Ben Montoya, and sophomore lineman Ethan Wagner, 75, all second team All-DSL. Barstow placed 7 players on the first team, second only to Silverado. Junior running back Dimitri Curiel, who rushed for just under 2,000 yards and scored a league-high 21 touchdowns. Sophomore wide receiver Jonte Drisdom. Junior offensive lineman Zion Talia Elisara. On defense, linebacker Nehemiah Goa, a repeat selection. The asterisk after a player's name indicates a repeat selection. Lineman Samuel Tafei Ono, 5'10", 264-pound junior. Elias Copeland, junior cornerback. And kicker Orlando Benny Benavidez, a sophomore. Add second-team selections Samaji Abengoa, Caden Cardenas, Casey Goa, Asperu Leolofi, Iasofa Leolofi, and Donnie Perriman, and first-year coach Clay Lilamena's Aztecs have 14 players named to the 2022 All-Desert Sky League team. WeGotEmTees presents this Action Highlights High Desert Sports Report. WeGotEmTees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. WeGotEmTees, 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, WeGotEmTees.